Damp, damp, glorious damp. I mean, it's literally pouring down the wall. Yay!
Hello, where are we?
Oh my gosh, we are in!
We're officially in the new house, which has its problems, and we will get onto those, but we're in.
Can you bear? This is the most awful lighting ever in a house ever. I mean, that is unbearable.
I mean, actually, the reality of this setup is, it actually makes it look super cute. Like, oh my god, they're like so settled.
I feel like I'm in a kind of local dentist's or like a sort of shop. It's like the waiting room before you go in for your treatment. Buckley is absolutely fine, he's asleep. As long as he's got his bed and his toy and his food, he's absolutely fine. I feel just like a little bit like a gleeful little child of like, this feels so silly. It feels like the most naughty, silly thing that we've ever done in our lives. And I feel quite excited. I just went to the little shop on the corner, which is literally seconds from our door. And it says vegan and gluten-free specialists. And I was like, yes, we have come home. And then opposite on the road is Common Press, which is a queer bookstore, and they have poetry evenings. I'm like, that is what I'm talking about. So I'm very excited. The house needs a lot of work, but I feel very excited. I sort of feel like I've gone to university again. Like I'm a student and I'm in digs. Like, what university am I at? I'm at the University of Bethnal Green / Shoreditch. How do you feel? We are now fully living in Shoreditch. We live in Shoreditch now. I can't believe that. It was when a friend of ours came to pick us up and drive us here because her car failed its MOT and was written off 2 days ago. Perfect timing. A friend of ours drove us here. And whilst we were driving, we got a call from our solicitor. We actually got a call from the estate agent of the people that are buying our house, saying the relative exchange is completed and we will now give them the keys, but we haven't yet completed it. And she was like, don't worry, it's completely normal, you're going to be homeless for maybe half an hour. Which all feels like a distant memory now that we're actually sat here. But yes, we now are residents of Shoreditch, which feels completely mental, completely insane, but exciting. It's noisy and it's vibrant and it's colourful, and that's what we wanted. Cunts just drove past our windows. Bizarre. An actual coach. I don't know, it's really cool, and you know, so here's to our new life. We did it.
Five things we love about our new home.
Life first would be the location. 100%. I absolutely love the location. It's kind of, it's a place that we have always been drawn back to over the years, and it feels like home almost instantly. Really. I love the heritage of the building itself. I think it's kind of very romantic. I can buy into the heritage in its own right, and I want to look after it. It's like a kind of puppy that I found, and I want to nurse it back to health.
I love the challenges that it's going to throw us. I think it's an unconventional space. It's a much smaller space than our previous home. So it's definitely making us work really hard.
Windows, I love, and the rooms are all carved up at the moment, but when we open it all out, there's so much light that's going to flood in. I really love that about it.
I would say I love the history that we're discovering there. I think finding out about what it was and how that's going to inform what we do to it in the future is really exciting. Is that 6? That's 5. Was that 5?
Originally, this building was a kind of muse of factories, warehouses. This one was a cabinet maker's. And
all of the gorgeousness of that history has kind of been stripped out. There is nothing delightful left inside.
No.
But we're hoping we'll find some. I think we found like a little hidden gem because it just looked absolutely hideous on all the photos because they showed the front bars.
We saw through all.
Yeah,
And actually, I'm very excited about it.
I know. Can't wait.
Unless anything terribly shocking comes up on the survey. What is that?
I'm shitting my pants.
Yeah. What's happening, Geordie?
The roof is
I'm just checking out whether we can put a spiral staircase here and just have a roof terrace.
As soon as we moved into the property, we had to deal with a very big leak that was happening because this chimney up here was crumbling to pieces and water was pouring down it and all around it and basically pouring down the walls into the bathroom and down the stairs, and that's been causing a lot of problems.
I mean, it's literally pouring down the wall. Yay! I just noticed there's like actual drips of water running out of that electrical box all down the wall, and you can see there's damp here. So it's not looking good. This wall is terrifying.
It used to be attached to another building, which obviously at some point in history was removed or destroyed. And so the whole side of it is single skin and not insulated, so it's very wet and damp and cold. There's so many pigeons. When we were back in Forest Hill, it was foxes, and we discovered they're in Shoreditch with pigeons.
I'm trying to get this panel off
Why?
so that we can see what's inside, because these windows go all the way down into the basement. And on the outside, they're connected as one single thing. So we want to be able to see the whole window eventually. So this is all going to come out.
Oh God. What the hell is that?
What is that?
Yikes.
That's not a happy discovery.
Hang on, let's send a picture of it to my builder. I'm gonna pause. TBC.
So I'm just temporarily closing this back up again. It doesn't seem to be as shocking as at first we thought. I think that it's actually, from researching it, it's a pump that is kind of filtering the air in the basement. So it's like part of the tanking system, which is absolutely fine.
It is probably like day 4 or 5 in the new house. And when it rains, it pours. Last night our boiler completely exploded. We had to get an emergency guy out. We've still got a bowl under there because it's leaking, which is almost full of water actually. It was like water pouring down the walls. Still got a wet towel down here. Like, I mean, just complete disaster. But this is kind of what we set ourselves up for.
This is coming to you from our basement, very rough and ready.
It's so cold.
Today we're having a new boiler fitted. It's not what we intended to do. It wasn't the order in which we intended to do it. But it blew up 2 days ago. So this is 2 days cold shower hair. And upstairs the boiler is being fitted today. Unfortunately in the same place where it was, which is not where it's going to be eventually. But it's being fitted, so let's see.
She's a nightmare house, but she's our nightmare.
We did say we wanted a challenge.